All right, welcome everybody to episode 335 of the Culture Trail Running Podcast. I'm your host, Art Byram. The Culture Trail Running Podcast is a place where we can get together and discuss all the fun shit that happens on the trails and in our minds that most normal people don't care about or are afraid to talk about. We are 112% listener supported, so you won't hear any advertisements on our show. If you're interested in supporting us, please consider becoming a Patreon and subscribing. It's a pretty simple process and helps us to get to know our listeners. If you're not yet a Patreon, be sure to thank one of our podcast famous Patreons when you see them. This episode features a few of our Patreons, amongst others, and we get to speak to 5 guests that I got to interview at the recent Shenipsit Striders 50th anniversary run. We will hear from Tony Bonanno, Cherie Bilbie, Jillian Ellefson, Jake Gaeta, and also hear from longtime runner and club member Jim Henderson. You may already know these folks, but if you don't, you certainly will know a lot more about them by the time you're done listening. You'll also get to know more about the excellent Shenipsit Striders running club. And here we go.
From the belly of the Beast Coast, Glastonbury, Connecticut, this is the Culture Trail Running Podcast. We talk about all the fun shit that happens on the trails that most normal people don't care about. The language we use is f***ing explicit and raw like the trails we run on. So don't listen with your kids! Culture is brought to you by our Patreons and supporters, and we are 112% listener supported, and support is good.
Okay, here we are at the Shenipsit Striders 50th anniversary birthday party 8-hour Fatass Run. And I'm here with to New York Bonanno, Tony Bonanno. Welcome, Tony.
Thanks. Hi, Art.
So, Tony, what is this all about today?
Well, it's about running in the woods and trying not to get lost mostly. And there's cookies and cake.
Cookies and cake. Okay, that's something that everybody can get behind. And here's a puppy. Say hi, pup. What's the dog's name? Nesh. Oh, Nash, like Crosby, Stills, Nash, yes. And Young. Okay. Nash the dog. All right. So, Tony, how many people are signed? So what's going on today? What events do you have going on, and what's everything?
So mainly it's a birthday bash with barbecue and pancakes and burgers and stuff like that. But we also set up an 8-hour fun run with a 5K loop through the woods. We have about 90 people pre-registered and maybe a few more signed up today. So I think at 8 o'clock we sent off about 50 to 60 people into the woods, and I'm sure more will be trickling in throughout the day.
Great. Good deal. So how far is the loop that they're running?
The loop is a 5K. It's mostly single track with maybe a half a mile of like bike path to connect it all together. Starts and finishes from the pavilion where we have our barbecue going.
Great. And this is at Crandall's Park. Is that what it's called, right?
Crandall's Park in Tolland.
In Tolland, Connecticut. So if for those of you on the West Coast, Connecticut's kind of crammed in between New York and Boston. And we're almost at the halfway point between the two there. So no matter where you are, you're almost there. So, all right. And how long have you been a member of the club, Tony?
I joined in, I believe, 2009, possibly 2008.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what was it that drew you to the club, or how did you find out about them?
So I was interested in getting into trail racing and found the Soapstone Trail Race. And I figured out on their Facebook page that if you join the club, you could get a half-price entry into the race. So I signed up. Yeah, go to the right.
Yeah, go that way.
Don't follow Dave.
There's Nipmuck Dave going by.
Nipmuck Dave coming in with his first loop.
Very good.
You can if you want.
You're going to make...
it's up to you. You can go reverse if you want.
But
he's already been out there.
Way is that way, but
yeah, you can wash your machine.
Say hi to people. Okay, as you guys can tell, we're actually on the course here. Just kind of set up our remote setup here. So,
so anyways, I could get a half price entry into the Soapstone race. So I joined the club and started coming out to the races, and here we are.
Gotcha. Now, Shenipsit Striders have a lot of Connecticut's oldest continuously operating races going on. I mean, Warramug aside, perhaps.
Perhaps.
And then, some other, as far as trail races are concerned. So what races do the Shenipsit Striders put on that are that have been around for a long time that you're aware of?
So the classic races are the Soapstone, which has been, I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's about 40 years. The Nipmuc Trail Marathon is, I think, approaching 45.
Gotcha. How long is the, sounds like a crazy question, how long is the Nipmuc Trail Marathon?
26.4 officially, but actually nobody knows.
Yeah, it kind of runs like an ultra, wouldn't you say?
It feels like it when you're out there, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
Got your headlamp, Nipmuc Dave?
Nipmuc Dave going by like butter. So, cool. Yeah, Nipmuc is so Nipmuc Dave actually was the first introduction who just ran by us. He was the first introduction that I ever had to the Shenipsit Striders. I was at the Colchester double half marathons before they were formally known as that, or officially known as that. And this was probably 2000. I would say it was probably 2004 that I was there, and Nipmuc Dave was running around the parking lot, putting flyers underneath the windshield wipers, and they weren't normal flyers because these flyers were spattered with mud and blood. He had like red paint and brown paint, I guess, or maybe it was mud and blood on these things, and said, if you run this, you're going to fall and it's going to be carnage. And was like, that's how he was trying to sell the race. So it was pretty awesome.
It was very awesome. Dave started that race, I think, in the 80s and was a race director for a long time until the Shenipsit Striders took over. I think maybe 2013 or 14 or 15, something like that.
Yeah.
And so it's a long running race. It wasn't always a Shenipsit Strider race.
Okay. And it used to be in the summer, right?
It used to be in June when Dave ran it. When the Striders took over, we moved it to October to take a slot that had been cleared up in the Grand Tree schedule and hopefully get out of the hot, muggy June weather.
Good deal. Yeah, it's I remember a friend of mine, Mike Keenan, ran it, and that was one of the earlier people that I had heard that it ran it. And he said, now he's at the time he was probably a 250 marathoner or so, and he said, I don't know, I would run with these guys on the flats and I'd be ahead of them, and then I'd go up the hill and I'd be fine, and then I'd hit the downhills and they would just absolutely crush me. They would just go flying by, all legs and arms flying everywhere, and I don't want to die, and I don't want to like crash and burn. But he just he said that it was a very tough thing to do that, as a road runner, to go into, the Nipmuc Trail Marathon. So
yeah, I think that marathon has chewed up a lot of road runners over the years.
No doubt. But then it's also the kind of thing that trail runners love to do. Like, I remember maybe it was the first time that I ran it. I don't even know what year it was. Not super early, like in the 80s or anything like that. Probably like 2006 or something like that, 2007. And I saw Christina Fulsick running on the rockiest part of it, because it's a double out and back, the course is. And she just ran by me, all smiles. Arms
and legs flying.
Oh my God, yeah. Just all over the place, but just moving so fast.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that year that she ran. That was a good one.
Yeah. So lots of good things. So I would say that, like, if you're, if you're out of state, like if you're not in Connecticut and you're looking for a good grassroots, I would say, in my opinion, the Shenipsit Striders do it better than anybody else I've ever seen as far as the grassroots approach to running. They put on low cost, inclusive, friendly trail runs, so.
Thanks, Art. I appreciate that. That's what we try to do. We have a few more races now, and they're all on ultra sign up.
Very good. And I know that, like, a lot, like, you'll say, if you're looking for a trail running festival or a giant blow up arch or all this other shit, you're not going to find that here,
That's right.
and they wear that proudly. So there's Michelle Pom Pom O'Neill. Hey, make it right.
Thank you.
There you go. Michelle Pom Pom O'Neill. So what other races? So there's also
so Northern Nipmuc in the end of March. It's a 16-miler on the toughest stretch of the Nipmuc Trail. Lots of rocks and short, punchy climbs.
Yep.
Maybe snow, maybe ice, maybe mud, maybe dry trails.
That's kind of by Breakneck Pond and stuff.
It's just across the street from Bigelow Hollow Park.
Okay.
And then in May we have Soapstone. It's about a 15-mile trail race through the Shenipsit Forest. Mm-hmm. You will get lost.
Yep, that's the northern end of the Shenipsit Trail, right?
Right.
Gotcha.
There may be some changes to the race here this year. We're trying to figure it out. We have some issues with road crossings and property management and things like that.
Local officials, or
and dealing with the state. So we're working on that. We may change things up a little bit, but the race will still happen.
So call your congressman, people.
That's right.
Really, we need people to advocate on behalf of the trail running community. So anytime you see a government official or anything like that, be sure to tell them that you trail run and that you want to see that you recognize that it's in. Let me talk to you about this, Tony. I'm always amazed that the government on one hand will spend a lot of money in developing wellness programs and all this other shit. Let's have check charts and this and that for walking every day and for doing all this stuff. And on the other hand, when it comes to organizations like the Striders who put on racing events, some of the government agencies will charge exorbitant fees at their own discretion sometimes. And here you go, allegedly, okay?
Allegedly.
They can't sue me, right? It's freedom of speech, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm not lying, so.
So we work with the state and some of the other local organizations, and generally they're allies.
Yes.
There's a lot of bureaucracy that has to be dealt with, and all race directors know about this stuff.
Yeah, there are.
It's a little bit easier for us as a nonprofit organization. I know some of the local race directors that are companies have a harder time dealing with these things, so I can't complain too much.
Gotcha. Okay, I don't mean to just I can complain too much.
You can bash Deep if you want.
Because I'd like to.
We work hard to keep Deep as an ally. They do a lot for the state.
Yes. And I know there's a lot of good people that work. That work there. Some people who used to work at Connecticut Forest and Parks actually work with Deep now. So hopefully their influence will help carry over. But I think my point was that it seems ironic that the government will pay people to develop health programs to improve the overall fitness of the population, with the understanding that that's good for the country and it's good for the citizens and it's good for our healthcare system and it's good for on so many levels, the mental health and all these things. Yet sometimes road races and trail races are charged excessive fees for police presence, or and I know that towns can't go into debt for that either. So it is, I don't know. It seems like it should be a problem that they should be able to work out somehow.
I guess.
Yeah, maybe we can get. I don't know, Tony. Maybe we can
mandatory
get them.
Trail running.
Yeah.
There's a little box you have to check on your 1040 when you file your
That's
taxes.
right. Miles should be tax deductible,
That's
right?
right.
Or at least podcasts. Patreon should be tax deductible. Actually, it is, according to my accountant. You can fact check that. I mean, your personal tax situation may vary, but
allegedly.
So, all right. So then you also have Soapstone Assault, right?
Soapstone Assault in July. It's about maybe a 5-mile race with 6 climbs up the Soapstone Mountain, 6 different ways.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. We do a handicap start, so the old ladies start first, and the young bucks start at the end, and then it's kind of a chase to the same finish line.
Gotcha.
Usually the fast guys still win, so maybe the handicap isn't fair, but it makes for a good race, and it's a really challenging run. We'll occasionally get somebody that shows up there thinking they signed up for a road 5K or something. And
yeah, that's always
get their
fun.
eyes opened.
So when that happens, is there any like skills test at the end of the race or something like that? Did I hear that?
There was maybe a few years ago, we had a guy out that would set up some skills test, and you had to like do push-ups, then thread a needle, and I forget, there was a bunch of them.
And that was part of the race, right?
I think it was like an extra
bonus
credit.
Extra credit. Okay.
There were awards for it, though.
All right.
I believe Debbie Livingston cleaned up on it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me somehow. So, okay. Anything else to say about the Striders or?
Well, we mentioned the Nipmuc Trail Marathon in October. We also do the Shenipsit end-to-end run, which isn't really a race. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like the cut.
Yeah.
But that's a fun event. It's kind of a self-organized group run. Often the groups will split into different kind of pace. Mm-hmm. Organization. Weekend after Thanksgiving, it's about 50 miles down the trail.
Yeah, especially the way I run it. So it turns into 50. I've been lost on that
60.
more than once. No, because I think it was 46, and then they expanded.
The trail got extended.
It did. Yeah, the trail got extended, but then also I always threw some bonus miles in there.
Right. So that event started, as you know, you were the first group to run that. I think it was in 2009, probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There was a group of guys that I joined shortly after that were ultra runners, and this is back when everybody wasn't an ultra runner. Just it was a little more.
Only the sexy people.
Yeah, it was a little more crazy and niche. But these guys were all training for Vermont and Massanutten and Western States, and I joined up and started running a weeknight with them. Training run that they did, and then I'd get together with them on weekends, and eventually kind of led me into ultra running as well.
Yeah.
But these guys had gotten together and decided they were going to run the whole Shenipsit Trail. And this was paper maps and no trail markings and bad ideas for headlamps and water and food and things like that.
Yeah,
Then the next year, the club kind of took it up and did it as a relay, and it's continued every year since.
Gotcha. That was the run. As I've talked, I think I've talked about this a bunch on the show. Is that's a run that it was the first time I ever had to deal with any logistics. Like that wasn't first time I ever did a long run that I had to kind of think for myself.
Too bad you forgot to deal with logistics.
Oh my God! I I didn't bring clothes for the end of it. I didn't bring a headlamp. I figured, fuck, we're starting at dawn. How long could it take to run like 46 miles, And it took probably an hour or two after dark, at the end. And we didn't know where the trail ended either, so.
Yeah, so it's obviously it's a lot more well understood now. Everybody's got the GPX on their watch and phone. And
oh, yeah. Kids these days.
There's like spreadsheets with all the road crossings and organized plans for car shuttling and support, and basically rolling aid stations with hot food.
Yes,
it's quite a different experience now, and it is a lot of fun, and people jump in and out for shorter sections.
Yeah, and the trail's a lot better marked as well.
The trail is much better marked now.
Yeah, it used to be that we would, I remember one of the earlier years, Scott Livingston and I just looking with a flashlight and saying, is this lichen or is it a blue blaze? I can't really tell.
Yeah, I ran the northern half with Scott Livingston one year when a big storm had come through and blown down all the trees in the forest, and we were climbing over logs and looking for blazes, and all the trees with the blazes had been blown down, and I'm kind of surprised we actually made it to the end. It was pretty sketchy.
Wow. Go, guys. Okay. Anything else to add here, or?
I don't think so.
Okay, Tony. Well, thank you, and we'll be talking to some other people here. And thanks I know you had a lot to do with. I assume you had a lot to do with organizing the event. You seem to get your your
kind of
paws
behind
on
the
a lot
scenes
of
on all these races. I'm the race director of Northern Nipmuc, but all the other races I kind of help out and organize stuff behind the scenes.
Very good. Okay, thanks, Tony.
All right, thanks, Art.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
This is it.
All right.
What was that joke about the leper and the prostitute? What did the leper say to the prostitute? Keep the tip.
That's good. Thank you. All right. Could we please have your name? We are, yes.
We are doing a culture trail running.
Hey, how you doing? So could I, first of all, for the record, could I have each of your names?
Cherie Bilbie.
Cherie Bilbie.
Don't
And
ask
I'm
me to sing it.
Jillian Ellefson.
Ellefson or Ellef daughter?
Either way.
All right,
I go back
very
and forth.
good. Okay, and we are back at Shenipsit Striders events here, right?
Yes.
So, so what is this all about, guys?
Well, Shenipsit Striders began in 1975, which
Mm-hmm.
was 50 years ago. So we are celebrating our 50th anniversary as a club, which, fun fact, is the oldest running trail club in the country.
In the fucking country?
Yeah,
In the
we'll
fucking-
stand
it might
by
be in the
that.
world. I'll go ahead and just say it, in the world.
In the world.
I will.
So big that they have the military helicopters.
We had
It's
to.
got a
we had
military
to. We
flyover
had to have some
here for you
snipers out
today.
there, just for protection.
That's right. So how about the Western States Running Club? Oh, they don't have one, right? do
No,
they? Oh,
correct.
No, they don't.
Correct. I had to think about that, so
Okay.
no.
No. Okay. All right. So this is basically better than Western States today.
Yes,
It is.
yes.
It is.
That's
We are
great.
having a very fun shindig here today.
Yeah.
We've been celebrating all year,
Mm.
and this is probably our last race is Nipmuc Marathon in October. So
Uh-huh.
we wanted to have something in between that, something in the summer that everybody could come and just enjoy a whole day, celebrate the running community and the Shenipsit Striders. We've got tons of people that have been here today doing loops,
Mm-hmm.
having fun. I've seen lots of smiles, people that don't know each other meeting each other,
People who don't know
making
better.
friends. Yes.
Yes.
People who know,
making
know
friends.
better.
Yeah.
We've had some spills, some falls,
Yes.
some laughter. It's been good.
Yeah. So I just did, I think in between now and I recorded with Tony a little bit earlier. So Tony kind of gave us a rundown of the different races that Shenipsit has. And he did the math for us, and it's apparently 50 years, more or less.
Oh, he did the 2025 minus 1975 and came up with
Yes,
50.
he did.
Well done, Tony.
He is, except that I think that the club is actually, I think I mentioned this earlier, the club is actually much older than 50 years. I think 50 is just its fitness age
That's
on
right.
Garmin.
That's right.
So
That's right.
it's, it looks like it's 50.
Those are facts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably actually much older than that. No one really knows. So tell me, what do you guys know about the logo for
Oh.
Shenipsit? Do you know any history on this?
I
or
know a
anything?
lot of the history.
Oh my
of
God,
the,
this is
We
great.
got
Good.
excellent
I was just
history
throwing
on
that
this.
out
So
there.
one of our races is called the Jerry Stage 6K, and we run alongside the Soapstone Mountain Race. And Jerry Stage was one of the founding members. He was a huge entomologist, knew and discovered
He likes bees?
tons of bees. That was his specialty. He actually not created, I guess he discovered all these different types of subsects of bees.
Like entomologist really has to do with bees?
Entomologist is just insects and bugs.
I
and
hate bees.
I
I was
yes.
just throwing that out there because I
No,
hate bees.
he
but
like he
really.
honestly like I think it was something like 1 million different sects of bees. Is sex is the right word?
Yeah, I don't know if species.
Sex-
Species,
I don't
species,
know.
like-
if that
species,
goes for
species,
bugs.
species.
Species.
I've got
Okay.
Insects.
species, insects, species.
Okay.
But yeah, so his wife was an art teacher and an artist, and she designed the Shenipsit Strider logo.
And what does the logo look like? Because this is podcast stuff,
That's
so
true.
it sometimes doesn't,
Yeah,
like
the Shenipsit Strider is a Christmas pine tree with running feet.
Yep.
Yes.
We call him the running tree.
He's
The
the, running,
running
tree.
tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
the running tree, and the mascot.
Cool.
Yes,
Yeah, and then the it's a green running tree, right?
it is a green.
Generally,
Yes, it is green on what we call papaya yellow.
papaya yellow. Yes,
Yes.
that is a distinctive. It's not like safety yellow. It's not mustard yellow.
Papaya.
It's papaya.
Yeah, it's papaya.
Yeah, that is great. That's a great thing about the club. So, what can you tell me about the loop?
The loop. This I have not been on this loop in quite a while, and we came out last week to run the loop, get the lay of the land, figure out exactly how long it was, and it's actually a 3.1 mile loop, like
exactly.
Legit
like
3.1.
a legit 3.1 mile loop,
No
5K.
matter what watch you wear.
Right.
Is
All
it-
of our
is that
watches
the
were synced
lollipop?
on that.
Loop or is it is
Loop.
the loop?
It's
the
a
loop
the loop.
plus the lollipop.
Well, there's not much of a lollipop.
No.
Okay.
There's
Right.
a loop within a
It's
loop.
a big,
but
yeah.
It's
So
not.
a
It's
loop.
not.
It is
hard. It's
a
loop.
very nice mix of everything.
Okay.
I think if I recall Tony's map, it's about 400 something.
450 elevation. So in the first mile, there's quite a climb, but you start off with some pine needles and then some rocky
There's a little bit of
climb
paved
and
path too that you hit in the beginning. Towards the end, there's a little like extra quarter-mile baby loop attached to it, and that's just super cute. Like pine needles next to a little
The
pond
pond
with lily
with-
pads.
Yes.
It's a really varied terrained
Yeah.
loop.
So it starts you off on this little pavement path thing to kind of lull you into a sense of security, right?
Yes.
To tell you like, oh, this is a safe space. It's okay
And
to
it
just
really
run
isn't.
here.
And
Yeah.
before you know it, you're heading up a hill.
You're heading up a
I
hill.
think it epitomizes trail running as a whole, right? Just like come out here, you're going to be in the woods, you're going to be with nature, you're going to be in your zen, but it's also going to suck.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can choose how much torture you want to put yourself through
Yes.
today, because
Yeah.
we're doing just a good old-fashioned fat ass here today. 8 to 4, as many loops as you want to do. Some people, you can see you've got a couple people that are really going for that 50K.
Wow.
Couple people, maybe
Yep.
Eric Wester Easter, maybe we'll see what he does.
Yep.
And then a lot of other people just out here to spend some quality time with the trail friends.
Gotcha. So, with this amazing loop, and there's food here too, right?
Yes, there
A
is.
lot of
We have a
food.
lot of food.
And there's iced
As
tea.
to be expected.
There's iced tea.
Iced tea. I had 3 iced teas. So there's a lot of stuff to drink here. There's a lot of food here. There's music playing.
Did you
There's
notice the
good friends.
1975 table
There is, yeah, because everything, the music being played is all.
from 1975? And then we have
1975.
there are things that came out in 1975. So some fun facts for you.
Yeah.
Famous Amos cookies came out in 1975. So we've
Okay.
got some famous Amos cookies for you.
Okay.
Pop Rocks, the candy that
Killed Mikey.
is very weird. That also was
Didn't
invented.
Mikey
in-
die from eating Pop Rocks?
Oh, that is
Or was
an
that
urban
Spider?
legend. I don't
Was
know
that?
about that
How
one.
about Bubble Yum?
We have Kool-Aid.
We have Kool-Aid because the
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid Man came out in 1975. Although
Really?
Tony argues with me and says it was 1974, but he's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
The internet says 1975,
Right.
so it must
Okay.
be true.
Yeah. That's true. Ask AI.
Yeah.
Oh yes, actually, I'm wrong. But- sorry about that. It's whatever you said. Stupid asking me.
Oh my God, I know.
Oh my gosh. So okay, so let's get this right. You have all this food, you have this great course, you have all this stuff. So I have to imagine that this race everybody must be paying what, like $500 a person or something?
You would
It's
think.
a free.
It's a free race. That's what fat ass means, Art.
Yes.
You get by on the fat of your ass. Okay.
Yes.
For people who are wondering, like, what are they even talking about their asses for? I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
a fat ass. You come out,
Yeah.
you show up whenever you want, pay nothing, eat food that we provide, bring some food of your own if you want,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do a loop here or there, keep doing loops, whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
And for every loop, you get a raffle.
Oh yeah, we have some great raffle
We've
raffle
got some
prizes
great
here
raffles.
today.
We've
Yeah.
got some hidden rocks
Yeah,
on the course.
Shout out to Russ for donating an entry to Bimbler Bluff 50K. Bimbler Bluff 50K.
Excellent.
Yep, that was very nice of him to do.
That was everybody's first 50K in the
Yeah,
world. right?
exactly.
Yep,
so
100%.
one lucky person, sad soul, is going to get to
Yeah.
run their first,
Some
maybe
poor
run their first
sorry
50K.
son of a bitch.
Yes. We did have someone show up today, and it was their first 5K ever.
Yeah.
She's been kind of stalking us for a little bit, and then decided
Really?
she was going to come out. She did her first 5K. I gave her one of the rocks as a keepsake. She's like, "I'll see you again later." So
Awesome.
Very good.
Yep.
That's excellent. Yeah, because it's important to stay open for the new runners, right? I
Yep.
mean, as a running club, do you guys have you guys ever thought about, like, I mean, I know events like this really lend themselves to new runners, but you guys sometimes have social runs, right? Too.
Yes.
That are like no drop and things like that.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, pretty frequently.
Yeah.
You know, we have our weekly events too. So we have our Tuesday Hills, which happens Tuesday night at 6:00. We're still in our summer edition of that, which
Right.
is in Hopkins Hills in Tolland.
Uh-huh.
Enfield Tolland
I think it's
line.
technically in Ellington. It's kind of on the
Ellington.
Tolland Ellington line.
line.
So we park at one of the Shenipsit trailheads on Hopkins Road in Ellington, and we run up and down the hill, short hill, long hill, whatever you want. And so everybody's just kind of going at their own pace.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Once the fall rolls around, we transition over to Henry Park in Vernon and do our hills there through the winter time.
And again, another no drop. Everyone's got a buddy, or we can all see each other. And Thursday morning we started our Rise and Shine run at 5:30 in the morning, right in front of what was Pedal Power in Vernon. And so we hit the rail trails. And again, another no drop. We all kind of clumped together.
Run about
and
4 miles on Thursday. Thursday mornings.
And then we have our Saturday, Sunday pop-ups. In between our races, we'll do some pre-race
preview runs, right? So like probably coming up here August and September with Nipmuc Marathon coming up the beginning of October. We'll have some preview runs. Actually, Jess and Dave Schreider have been doing some additional social group runs because they sort of live a little bit more southeast. So they've been giving a great opportunity for people that live a little bit further over that way to do some social runs. So that's been great. They did a Nipmuc run last week, and we'll be looking to do some preview runs on the north and the south sections over the next couple weeks. So
very
stay
good.
tuned for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a long running event too. That's been going on for 32 years now. 42 years.
I think we're on 42.
42 years.
42. Okay.
Yeah, 42
so you
years.
guys were basically fucking off for the first eight years, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're like,
I had to point that out. So.
what were we doing those first 8 years?
I don't know. No one knows. So. All right. So, Jillian, what's the most funnest thing that you've done trail running this year so far?
Oh my gosh, this year?
Yeah.
So I just finished my third 100. I went to Notchview and did that. I don't know if that was my funnest.
Well, it was.
You
got to see me run without a shirt, right? That was pretty scary. The look on your face.
That was the highlight. No, you know what? I will say that was the most fun because I, for the first time, had my twin sister with me, and she brought out her fiddle. So yes, I'm an identical twin, and my other half, my better half, I would say, is the creative, artsy one. So she wanted to support me for my. She was the first ultra that she supported me, and she brought her fiddle out and was fiddling some tunes and cooking food for just about everyone. And I would say that was the highlight of my running year so far. Like
awesome.
that was an incredible experience. So
and you ran 100, and how long?
It took me just over 33 hours.
Nice.
So
very
I was
good.
Going for the under 30, but the heat and whatever.
Yeah.
But you know how it goes.
And I have to say though. So Notchview, you basically, as you're finishing up a loop, you come through the start-finish.
Yep.
And then there's an aid station, and then there's all these tents set up, and you go up the hill, and you see all the tents, and then the last tent is where you guys were.
Yes.
So you were the last stop
Yeah.
before you go into the woods, and it was always one of my favorite highlights of each loop was coming by there to figure out what stupid shit I was going to say to you or what stupid shit you guys were going to say to me. So it was definitely a highlight of the of that. So you did. This is your third, huh?
Yes.
What were your other two?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Fucking let's paddle
Let's
some
do
shit
this,
right now.
right?
Let's paddle some douche canoes
So
here.
my first one was Virgil Crest with my dear companion here, Cherie.
Ride or die.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was our first one.
Virgil
my
Crest.
second one.
How was that? Tell us about
Virgil
that.
Crest. So Virgil Crest goes up and down a ski slope. It was brutal, but I trained well with Cherie as my captain here.
Like just up and down the ski slope?
No.
Like,
So it's
It's a really big loop that incorporates Greek Peak ski area resort
Yes.
in Virgil, New York.
yes.
New York,
So,
okay.
But you go up and down it. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah. It's like
7 to 8 times.
yeah.
I think you go up that ski
This
slope.
almost sounds like a Brian Vanderheiden trick.
Yeah. it could
Yeah,
be. But
no,
it
yep,
was.
it would
It's
be-
like
could be-
23,000 feet of climbing. So I mean,
Yep.
if you want a rough 100, I mean, we knew it was going to be hard, but of course you just don't know how hard it's going
it
to
was
be until you
brutal.
do it.
The bad
but it
news is-
had a 36-hour cutoff. So we were
Yeah,
like,
we're like,
"Let's
we can
take
do
that."
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're figuring like it's like 20,000, you said? How many?
Like 22, 23.
22,
I mean,
23. The
it's a
bad
lot.
news is, though, is
Yeah.
that you got to go down that shit,
Yes.
too,
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing
Yeah.
that kills you. And that's the
Up
thing
and
that I
down.
think I underestimated
Yeah.
is how much my quads were just screaming from
Wow.
going down, you know, and
Yeah,
that's where the
yeah.
poles, we got really comfortable with the poles, and
Yeah.
you needed those
Yeah,
poles.
definitely. I was
Poles are
glad we
good.
did training with our poles
Yeah.
because, but it was a great race. It was originally run by Red Newt Racing, Ian Golden's
Yes.
race,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
so he had kind of put it to pasture for a couple of years and then resurrected it. So the year we ran, which was 2021, was the first that had been run in like, I don't know, 6 or 8 years. And so he brought it back.
Yeah.
And then I think the last 2 or 3 years was taken over by another group. I think it's Happily Running, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I could have that wrong, but I think that
Happy-
they've
oh,
taken
like
it.
the guys who do hamster wheel? Because I think Happily Running
No.
does hamster wheels. That doesn't
I'm
sound like
probably
it's their
wrong. I'm probably
thing.
wrong. I just
You know
I
who
feel
would know
bad.
is
I can't
Tony.
remember.
Tony
yeah,
would know.
Tony, because it was also
Well,
Tony Bonanno.
We're gonna
also.
have a
he does
link.
remember.
We're gonna have a link to this in the show notes.
Yeah, because it's a great
If
race.
you remind me to.
It's
Fantastic
in
race.
early September, so
Yes.
you probably can still register.
Mm.
But it's very challenging, but the trails were amazing.
It's
Actually,
beautiful.
Ellie Pell was running the 100K that year.
What?
Yes, because that's her area, right? And I
Yeah.
I fangirled on the course because she was coming towards us. I said to Jillian, like, that was Ellie Pell.
Oh.
True. I
So
remember
you
that.
guys saw Ellie Pell?
We
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
yes.
So you
I
know
know, that was- I
something.
feel like very-
here's
just a
a little
celebrity.
trivia for everybody out there. Is that as you all know, I've had Ellie on the show probably a dozen times.
Yeah.
I've spent hours talking to her, I've read all her shit that she posts, all her, her not SoundCloud, her stacks, her Substacks, which everybody should, if you need some good reading to help your brain and to help your running and to help your life, subscribe to Ellie's Substack. It's like a blog, except now it's a Substack, so it's cooler than a blog.
It sounds cooler.
So, but all this, and I've never met Ellie Pell face to face.
Oh,
I've
really?
never seen her face to face. So, like, I am honored to know you guys because
Because we
Because we've
passed
seen
her
her.
on the
This
trail
is
one
like-
time.
We did.
yeah, 6 degrees of Ellie Pell here.
Yeah, we visually saw her.
You visually saw her with your
And I'm sure if
eyeballs.
you asked her, she visually saw us too.
Okay, all right. So we can have confirmation, right?
Sure.
So, wow.
Oh yeah, so that was my first. So the second one though, gosh, what was that called? Oh, that's right, the Cut 112.
Oh.
I did the Cut 112 with Cherie. That was my second 100
We
plus
roped each other
endeavor.
into that thing.
Yeah.
Very good.
So that was in 2022.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So a little bit of not a huge hiatus for me, but I took a year off, gap year, you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Backpacked
around races.
Sure. Did some stuff. And then, got back into it. And, yeah, I'm very happy with my Notch View experience. It was great. Nothing
Very
like the Cut
good.
112, though. That was
Yeah.
an experience of a lifetime, for
Yep.
sure.
Gotcha.
Sure was.
So, Cherie, what is the most funnest thing that you've done this year? And it doesn't even have to be running. It can be like
Oh, gosh. That
it can
opens
be
up.
like cooking or something.
Most funnest thing. Oh, I don't know. It's a rough year. So
Okay, and that's okay too, because life isn't always like, hey, it's fucking excellent. Like maybe
It's the journey.
yeah.
yeah, this is sort of my gap year. So
Mm-hmm.
I ran many on the Jenny.
Oh.
Yes, this year in June, so about 2 months ago, and I would highly recommend that race.
How many on the Jenny is that
Lots of
race?
minis on the Jenny. 45 miles of minis
Okay.
on that Jenny.
And is Jenny rough or is she
Jenny's always
smooth
rough.
or what's she like?
She's hot.
She's hot. Okay,
She was
Jenny's hot. And tell
So,
us about
yeah.
many on the Jenny.
So many on the Jenny. I've had this race like on my radar since 2020. I was supposed to run then.
We were
yeah.
actually both going to
Yeah.
run it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so
I was turning 40 that year, and so we were going
What?
to both do, I know.
Oh no, that was Bull Run.
No.
Yeah.
You
It
were
was.
doing Bull Run,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we were going to do many on the Jenny together.
Yeah, that was canceled in 2020.
Yes.
And then in 2021, they only allowed in-state runners to come. So it's in upstate
That's
New
right.
York, in Mount Morris, New York,
Okay.
near Letchworth State Park. So the Egan's run it. It's a couple that organized the race.
Okay.
Sheila and Eric Egan
Yes.
organized that race and put that race on. It's staged at the Mount Morris Dam, Mount Morris, New York, and you go down about 26 miles. No, it would be less, 23. It ends up being 45 miles. So you go down the one side of the Genesee River.
Yeah.
On the Letchworth State Park side,
it-
you cross over and then come back up. So it's a big, long loop.
So the Jenny in question is the Genesee.
The
Yes,
Genesee.
it begins
So
with a
if you
G.
finish, if you're so inclined,
So it's Jenny
you
with a
may-
G.
Yes.
See,
Jenny with
I
a
would have
G.
screwed up her name, right? Wouldn't that be weird?
Not for you, Art.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So again, highly recommend. It was excellent. So I've been wanting to do that race for 5 years. So
Yeah.
this year I finally said, you know what? It's a down year. That's going to be my A race for the year, pretty much.
45 miles?
45 miles.
See,
yeah.
And that's her down year.
That might be
well,
the
I haven't
perfect.
really done much else.
That might be the perfect distance, right? Because 45, 50 miles, it's like you can go, you can run all day, you can cry, and you can go and sleep in your own
Yeah.
bed,
Yeah.
Yep,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a hot day. The heat was. I think everybody's races this summer so far have been hot and slightly miserable.
Yeah.
But so I joined the club there, and it was a little brutal getting done.
Wow.
But I got it done, but it
Okay.
was amazing volunteers, really well put on, and a nice, really nice area. So
Very good.
yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay, guys. Well, I'm glad you took the time. Do you have any closing arguments?
I don't have arguments. I mean, Art's had a ton of
Protest?
grievances
Oh,
here
yeah.
today.
Oh, yeah, there
He's
were
calling them
grievances.
protests, but we were calling them, he's airing his grievances. I don't know.
I'm going to do one
Protest.
shout out, though, because I am running the 56 mile across the
yes.
state of Connecticut for the mental health awareness.
Mm.
So I'm going to do a shout out for that. There's a bunch of us doing it. Hit
And
my
that's
Facebook
put on by
page.
our friends, the Connecticut Trail Mixers,
Yeah.
and the benefit, because I ran that, I think, 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a fundraiser for Mental Health Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
It does the Farmington Canal Trail across
Correct.
the state. I liked it the year I did it. I liked it because we had run the cut and
Mm-hmm.
gone by trail across the state, and it was really cool to do a second crossing through the state of Connecticut on the paved rail
That's what
trail.
Yes.
I'm
So,
excited about that,
yeah,
too.
so that's kind of fun.
But
I
it's
like
for
those
such a
things.
great cause, for mental health awareness in
Yes.
the state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's something that we all need to be mindful and paying attention
Yeah,
to,
no shit.
especially now.
The world is like, for people, like, in case you're not taking notes, like, the world's we joke around a lot and stuff like that, but sometimes life is fucking tough.
It is. It's a fucking journey.
Yeah.
It's hard,
Yeah.
and I think that
Everybody's going through something.
yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now more than ever, I think I always say, spread kindness like confetti. Like we need some love. Everyone
Yeah.
needs to be loved and accepted and
Yeah.
honored for who they are, where they are, how they are.
And no assholing, right?
Right.
No assholing. Yeah, there's just a couple rules in
Yeah.
life.
Find
Have
the
some
common
fun.
ground.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, even like people that like you're like, oh, I couldn't like them because they're like this or that or the other thing. Like, a lot of us really need to. I'm not telling people what they need, but I think I'd love to see more people kind of agree on something. Find
Yes.
something that
Find
you can agree
something.
with, and you can. I know you're saying if they're talking, then I disagree with them or whatever, but I think people need a little bit of kindness here.
Absolutely.
A break.
Like we're all humans.
Yeah.
And it's hard to be human.
Yeah.
So let's just honor us being humans.
Yeah, I like the
Whoever you
mantra,
are.
it's nice to be nice.
Yeah.
It is nice to be nice. It's very simple.
So be fucking nice, people.
That's all.
Be nice.
One
fucking
requirement
kill you.
in life. Just be
You can't say
fucking
that.
nice.
You can't say that, right? No, I'm gonna monkey edit that out. No, I won't.
No, you won't.
I won't.
was
And
la-
it won't
That's
be
when
in
I
the-
go, he
and
goes,
it won't be
"Oh,
in the show
no, he
notes
won't."
When
either.
was the last time you actually monkey edited it out?
I don't think ever.
Something.
My monkey, some of my monkey batteries are dead, so I need to
man.
monkey edit some shit out, right? I think I got to start doing
Never.
that more.
Why?
I
It's authentic.
know, but like, I don't know. Yeah, we could use some monkey editing here and there. Just every once in a while, I monkey edit something out. But anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, so-
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for everything you did. That you're doing for Shenipsit Striders. Again, I believe that the Striders are at the highest level of grassroots clubs. I think they do everything that they have my 112% approval.
Awesome.
You know,
You know?
it's an excellent club. I mean, I just love the running community in general. Like in
Yes.
Connecticut, I think it's a really special place. I absolutely believe that with my whole heart.
Yeah.
But this is a special group, and it's not just Jillian. It's a team. It's a team
It's a team
here.
effort.
Like everybody takes a piece of something, and it just gets done.
Yeah.
Tony B,
Yep.
Sundar, Brad,
Yep.
Pellissier, Dom, Wilson.
Mike Schwartz.
Mike Schwartz is on the
John's here
board.
cooking.
John helps all the time, and people come out and really pitch in, and it makes it all a great time for everybody.
Yeah.
Right on.
And that's what this trail running community is all about.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, as someone who went from road running to trail running, that was the huge difference. Like road running, you're out for blood, sweat, tears. You hit
Yeah.
the trails, and there's some kindness there.
Yep. Here we're out for blood, sweat, and tears, but in a nice way.
Yes, that's
And
it.
some
It's wrapped up
candy.
with a bow.
That's right. Yeah. We reach back. When we hear somebody trip, we always instinctively
Yep.
reach back
Reach
to
back?
catch our friends.
Nobody
Reach
left
around?
behind.
Reach around. Yes. Or if they trip in front of you, you reach around to help them,
That's
right?
absolutely, you have to.
And then they have they have a happy ending, the way they,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah. It's the trails. with the happy ending.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for
Yeah,
having a
thank
happy
you.
ending
Thank
with
you.
me today.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Art.
Okay.
Thanks, Art.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right. Could we start off by, could you give me your full name, please?
Jim Henderson.
Jim Henderson. Okay. Well, welcome, Jim. Jim, you were just telling me you are a professional DJ, I understand?
Oh, just for a very short time.
Okay.
It was a midlife crisis type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I had been a school teacher. I needed to do something else. I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. And then I had to make some money, so I left broadcasting.
Gotcha. Did you ever go on a radio station, or you just took the training?
Oh, no, I was on a radio station.
Oh, okay.
Overnight shift.
Oh, okay. What station was that?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was
Okay.
some little station out of Manchester that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. All right. But it wasn't your fault that it's out of business, though.
No.
Right. Okay, good. All right. Just for the record, I just want to make sure that that's out there. So, no, it's always good to speak to another professional announcer. I did not go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I should actually do that. So we're 112% listener supported here at Cultra. So if any of the Patreons, if you up your donation, it might help the quality of the overall show if I were to go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. So I might look into that. That would be fun. Can't go wrong, right?
Yeah.
So so where did you grow up?
Central Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in a small town near Worcester.
Okay.
Started running in high school,
Uh-huh.
and I still go back there for an occasional race.
Gotcha.
But
Now, did you run track or cross country or?
both.
Both.
But track was where I could perform, and cross country was just for social.
Okay. All right. So what was your track event?
I ran the 440 and the 880.
Oh, okay. All
and
right.
The 300 and 600 indoors.
Okay. All right. Oh, very good. Very good. 440 and 880. Okay. So is that that's more or less equivalent to the 800 today? Is that
Yes.
what it would be
Yeah.
closer? So that's always an exciting race, right?
Yeah, it was, it was where my talent lied. I really couldn't handle much in the way of distance back then.
Uh-huh.
We didn't know a lot about training
Yeah.
in 1962.
Mm-hmm.
And,
What sort of things did they tell you? Like, what was some of the interesting coaching advice, if you received any?
Run more.
Run more. Okay. I mean, it's hard to argue with that, right?
Yeah, actually, I had a really good year. One year when I got a chance to run twice a day. I would go to school very, very early,
Okay.
and run before class, and then have track practice later in the afternoon.
Good.
And I got my times down so that, they were respectable for 1962, and I'd be dead last these days.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think, in 1962, let's put this in perspective for some of our listeners here who might not be aware of all the different things that have changed in the track and field. I mean, there's little that hasn't changed in some sense, right? I mean, so the distances are different. It's all meters now. And the big one, two big things are footwear. What kind of footwear did you wear?
They called them track flats, and they were uncomfortable. They had virtually no cushioning whatsoever.
Yes.
And they were basically all we had.
Gotcha. And you were running on a cinder track?
Did run on a cinder track. Still have some cinders embedded in me in a couple of places.
Gotcha. So did your were they spikes actually? Did you have spikes?
We had spikes. I think I probably had my first pair of spikes when I was a senior. And what I remember most about running in spikes was that I got spiked. I got spiked from behind, got a nice long cut right down the back of my Achilles tendon.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I mean, you can only imagine. I mean, today when people get spiked, they get spiked, but not like, I mean, how long were they? Now, they were metal spikes?
Yeah.
And how long were the spikes about?
Quarter inch.
Gotcha. So these were kind of like similar to golf shoes of the same era? Or?
Yeah, except very, very sharp.
Yeah. Wow. And they were just spiked on the forefoot? Is that right? Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah. And did you use starting blocks or did you use a trowel or I just wonder.
We used starting blocks for the 440. The 880 was just a standing start along a line.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the other thing that was different back then was that you really weren't allowed to do multiple events in an individual track meet. So, with one exception, you could also be on a short relay team in addition to your main event.
Okay.
But these days you see high school runners who they'll do 3 events at a track meet.
Now, was that a local rule or was that a national rule or something? Or do you recall?
I'm not even sure if it was a rule. It was just the way things were.
The way things were. Gotcha.
I mean, the important thing, the ways things were, is there were no women.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know, because I was thinking about it, like when you said that you were only allowed to run one event, I was thinking back to Babe Didrikson. Do you remember her by any chance?
Yeah, I know who she was, yeah.
Yeah, so she was for listeners, and I'll probably screw this up, she was a collegiate athlete, at least. I mean, I believe she might have gone to the Olympics as well. And she one time, I think she maybe at least one time, ran and won a whole track meet by herself, just on her own point. She competed in every event. She was so dominant in in a lot of the sports that she played, but she ran one track event or one track meet where she was the only one on the team and won it. I think that was one of her one of her claims to fame amongst many. She played many. I think she played golf and other sports as well. But okay, so let's talk about so how many, if you were doing doubles, do you remember how many miles a week you might have been doing roughly? Or
really, I don't remember a lot about the kind of distance we were doing. I mean, the cross country course back then was like 2.25 miles, and it ran around the football field and then off into streets in a rural area.
Oh, wow.
And then back into and finishing on the football field again. Now the high school actually has a cross-country course. Now they expanded the campus, but back then it was mostly road race.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's a different take on it, right? I mean, a lot of times I think my cross country course was mixed, partly on roads, and then it would bring you up to, a trail section, and you'd have a mountain to climb.
Yeah, this was no trails.
Mm-hmm.
We did have a significant hill on the course, and the course ran on a paved road that went through a farm. So we would pass through an area where the farmer would bring his cows from the pasture across the road into the barn where they were milked.
Uh-huh.
So that part of the road would have a coating of manure. And I remember that the schools from Worcester, when they came out from the city to do meets at ours, they were really kind of horrified by having to run through cow manure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like the odor much.
Gotcha. But for you guys, we were
used to it.
It's another day, right?
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great. So, did you go to after high school?
I thought I was going to run in college,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went out for indoor at the University of Massachusetts.
Okay.
Got mononucleosis,
Oh.
and that was the end of my track career. I basically did not run
Wow.
after
okay.
that.
Uh-huh.
I was a physical education major
Mm-hmm.
without a sport.
Wow. Okay. So you weren't playing sports at all in college, but you were studying it. So
No, lots of intramural sports, but
Okay.
no official University of Massachusetts teams.
Okay. Gotcha. And then did you did you compete in races in intramural or road races or anything, or were road races such a thing then, or?
No, there were some, but
Mhm.
I was not racing at that point. I didn't get involved with running again until I graduated,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a physical education major, and I went and back to teach in my hometown, and ended up as the assistant to the track and cross country coaches at my old high school.
Oh, okay. Oh, how cool is that? Yeah.
It was very cool.
Yeah. And how long did you do that for then?
I did that for a couple of years,
Mhm.
and then I lost my teaching position and got drafted.
Okay. All right. And where did you serve?
I served in the country. I
Mhm.
never left the U.S. I
Uh-huh.
ended up working in VA hospitals.
Okay. All right. Very good. So then, so were you still running at that time, or not so much?
I was running. I actually did some running with the high school kids that I had coached.
Mm-hmm.
Did some racing, and then.
Do you remember what races those were by any chance? I'm just trying to think if.
Oh, I did. Well, I did a race called the Fred Warren Road Race. Fred was my high school coach.
Okay.
He started that race in 1962 or 63 as something for us to do in the summertime. And that race lasted, well, it's actually still being run. The original course has been changed, so it's now a 5K. It used to be 5.5 miles.
Okay.
And Fred Warren and his family kept that race going for more than 50 years. And now it's run by the Central Mass Striders.
Okay. All right. Oh, very good. Yeah, they're a nice club, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. And then what did you do? Like, were you, so you're still running races and things like that? And
Yeah, but mostly it was, recreational
Mhm.
fitness running. I took teaching jobs in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of running up there.
Mm-hmm.
I was, teaching middle school kids and did some running with them and played sports with them.
Gotcha.
But it was, it wasn't a big part of my life. I was not
Yeah.
involved in any clubs or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then in '76, we moved back to Connecticut,
Oh, okay.
and I started running again just for fitness on my own
Mm-hmm.
around central Connecticut. Did a few local races. I can't remember the particulars. I think I
Yeah.
did. I think I did the Manchester Road Race in like 1978.
Oh, okay.
When
Sure.
it was a much smaller race.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Now I guess it's 15,000. Back then it was probably a couple hundred.
A
if
few
that?
hundred. Yeah.
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 Really small.
Very good. 78. So I wonder. So that was after Bill Rogers had won it as a high schooler, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll have
yeah.
to ask him.
Yeah, I really wasn't, involved with the
running scene?
The running scene back
Mhm.
then.
Yeah.
I think my first involvement with a club
Mm-hmm.
didn't actually happen until probably the early 1990s
Mm-hmm.
when I joined the Shenipsit Striders and did some Saturday runs with them.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
So what was the club like in the 90s?
Middle-aged guys
Mm-hmm.
getting together on Saturday mornings and
Yeah.
doing an occasional. I think the first club event I ever did was I forget what they call it. It was like a full moon run in February.
Okay. Yeah.
Used to run in the snow, and they used to do that like close to midnight.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of the details of it. I know we were encouraged to bring something to eat or drink.
Mm-hmm.
So at least one of the times that I did it, I brought ice cream sandwiches.
Okay. Of course, because it's February at midnight, right?
Yeah.
In New England. So what else would you have?
Yeah.
Huh. So, and so, just to kind of state some of the obvious things here to remember is that, so in the 90s, this was a club. It was really before most people had computers, or maybe they had a computer here or there.
Yeah, I know I didn't have one.
Yeah, people weren't all about email all the time. People weren't on Facebook, was not a thing, and all these other all these other things were not around. So how did you know when everybody met?
I wish it was clear to me, how I ran into the members of the club. I think it might have had something to do with the fact that I had joined an orienteering club.
Oh, okay.
And there were some runners in the club.
Mm-hmm.
And they may have, pointed me in the right direction.
Gotcha. Yeah.
To find some races to do, although I didn't do a lot of racing.
Yeah. I know that, a lot of clubs, the bread and butter of the club was their monthly newsletter or quarterly newsletter for a lot of people. I knew that, Hartford Track Club certainly had a newsletter. I think the Shenipsit Striders did. I know Silk City Striders had a newsletter, and, where they would print everybody's race results and, an article or two and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the sort of thing where runs changed up every week with more details being sent out to people like we have today. Where you can just
I think I remember hearing about and knowing about some of the various races. I think one of the first races that I did was the Bolton.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was probably 82 or 83.
Gotcha.
When I did my first one of those.
Oh, okay. I forgot that Bolton had been around for that long.
Yeah, it goes
Wow.
back.
Yeah, and I know a lot of times I would find that you go to a race and at the race, all of a sudden your car gets hit by flyers. Like everybody would have printed race applications and flyers about races.
Yeah, I think
advertisements.
that's a big part of how they were promoted back then.
Yeah. And then to find other members of your club, everybody had a singlet or something like that. So, that was a great way to get to know other club members, is that you show up at a race and all of a sudden you see somebody with wearing your team colors, and whether you'd run with them or not, you kind of, you had, not that we're not a friendly group, but you find people to talk to that way too.
Yeah.
So.
I'm really kind of vague as to,
Yeah, it worked though.
who I knew. I remember. I think the first Shenipsit Strider that I became friendly with and would recognize when I was going to Rome was Bob Worsham.
Okay.
Who's still around.
Yes. Yep.
He's just a little bit older than I am by a few months.
Yeah.
And I remember, meeting him at the Saturday morning runs, and I think we did a few of the same races.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in his caliber. He was a much better runner than I was, but a friendly guy. Haven't seen him for a while, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Who else do you remember from?
Well,
those days?
then I was introduced through orienteering to this young guy who came to it later than I had, named Clint Morse.
Yes. Yep.
And Clint and I became really good friends through orienteering.
Mm-hmm.
I was the event director for the big national event at Gay City State Park, which was the first use of the map that Clint made. We saw a lot of one another as competitors and as people putting on events in orienteering. And if you're going to be good at orienteering, you had to do some running, and I was doing enough running so I could be, fit for the longer orienteering races.
Yes. Yep.
And then I think Clint might have dragged me back into the Shenipsit Striders after I had let my membership lapse for a number of years.
Yes.
And,
yeah, he was one of the first people that I think I met from the Striders too. I think Deb Livingston and Clint I met on the first time after I did the end-to-end. I got pulled in to do the end-to-end the first year that they had it, and soon after that went for a run, and I think there were like 4 or 5 of us that did like 20 miles on the Metacomet, and Clint was one of those guys. And, as, I've mentioned on this show before, Clint died about a year ago, a big loss to, to his family and our community. So, but he was, one of the guys that was always there to, teach us how to read a map if we didn't know, would talk about all the technical details and, just really how to orient the map, how to, just all the details about that. Like, he was one of the people who knew stuff, and could, talk about magnetic north and true north and all those things as well.
Yeah.
So.
And Clint had an interesting, reputation in orienteering circles. I mean, we really enjoyed, the maps that he made for us. And he was a great guy to be around. He liked to do Rogaines, the 24-hour variety of orienteering, and he had a reputation for pushing too hard and not finishing.
Oh, okay.
He would really hang himself out there, going full bore, and then crash and burn. He had some really good competitions, and he had a number where it was just
the longer stuff I don't think was his bread and butter.
Yeah.
As a runner, I don't know if he wasn't a 100-miler. He did a couple ultras, but I don't think he ever finished 100. But he, I know that he definitely kicked my ass one year at the King of Pain race, where it was a smaller race that year than it is today, but it was, I went out I took the lead in the beginning and gapped him and Tony Bonanno, and then for about the first, it's a 10-mile race, and I think I led for about the first 3 miles or something like that, and it was just so cold, and they just caught me on one of the big hills and just went by me with their lucky Shenipsit Striders, buffs, and that was all she wrote. I didn't see him after that. So they went by me. So I think that I think I was the one who went out too fast that day. So, but yeah, it's great, the friendships that we make, through clubs like this. How did your running look after you started running with the club here?
I had basically switched over to doing nothing but trail running. I didn't do well on the roads. I had problems that made doing longer road just really difficult for me to complete. So I really enjoyed trail running. I liked doing it alone. Got injured a few times when I was out there alone.
Like falls and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. I got a concussion one time.
Oh, tell me about it. How did that? Where did that happen?
That was one of those ones where I looked up to because I knew I was getting close to a trail junction and I wanted to see the blaze, and the next thing I knew I was on the ground.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah, so I had my first little tiny smartphone, and I put it in selfie mode, and I looked and I saw that I had an enormous swelling on the side of my head.
Oh.
And so I walked out to the car, drove myself to Manchester to the emergency room. And when I walked through the door, the nurse said, "You don't have to tell me why you're here."
Oh, no. That's never a good sign, right?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
But these days, I'm not doing a lot of trail racing. I did. My big year for trail racing was 2018. I had retired, and I decided I wanted to get 6 Grand Prix races. And I did get 6 of the shorter ones. I don't think I've ever done a race longer than 15 miles. And I really wanted to get myself into the top group of people who got 6, which was considered a full Grand Prix.
Yes.
And I was over 70, and I went back and checked, and there was other people that had gotten a Grand Prix over 70, but it's not a big group.
It's rare air at that point, right?
It's not a big group. And I really enjoyed those runs. I'm just really sorry that the Grand Prix has disappeared. That it's just trail running lost a little popularity, and the people who did a lot of those races have aged out of having enough energy to
do a series
to
like
keep
that.
putting them on.
Yeah.
So it's been replaced pretty much by the Blue Blaze series, which isn't a bad one.
Yeah.
A lot of
actually,
those are
that's
way too
interesting.
long for me, but
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
And Blue Blaze series is just Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
but the Grand Prix used to involve, didn't that?
There were Massachusetts
yeah.
races. Yeah.
That had
Yeah.
races. I thought was Loon Mountain part of that?
I don't think
Do you
so.
know? Oh, okay.
Not that I know, although there were changes that happened. But I remember doing, was there Savoy, which is way up in northwestern Mass.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was, my focus was trail racing like that, and I had rejoined the Shenipsit Striders, and it was, because when I went to some of those races, there really were not very many people that I knew. So it's been much nicer, going to the races and having other club members to meet up with.
Yeah.
But with recent injuries and some more things that have happened with falling. I'm a little more cautious in doing nowhere near as many trail races as I used to.
Yep.
Shorter ones, but
Yeah, I mean, things change over time, right? I mean, we find things that, you know what, it's always risk and benefit, and, you know, at times it's, you know, we find the things that give us the most return, you know?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think you know, I mean, some of my high points I did People's Forest several times and managed to win the age group, mostly because, you know, Bob Worsham stopped showing up, so so that opened the way for me.
Hey, it's always who shows up, no matter who you are, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you talk to any top American marathoner, and then, you know, they're talking about a Kenyan or any, you know, it's always who shows up. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So I've cut back. You know, I think, you know, what I did here today is probably the longest trail run I've done in, you know, a couple of years.
okay, all right. How far did you run today?
Just over 9,
Okay.
and that was plenty.
Yeah. And also, did you just do a birthday run as well? Is that right?
Yeah, that was, well, today is the birthday. So this was a birthday run where I needed to make at least 7.9 miles.
Gotcha.
But I did 7.9 yesterday with the Rail Trail Amigos on the rail trail. That's
Gotcha.
this, I think 90% of my running now is rail trail. No hills.
Yep.
No rocks to trip on.
Yeah.
I can still manage to fall occasionally, but
Can't we all, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen lots of people fall. I've fallen on the Hop River Trail there. That's where the Hop and Hodges 50K is Easter morning. So it's a brutal trail. It's so you mentioned the Running Amigos. So that's a group that's near and dear to my heart. So maybe you could just tell our listeners a little bit about that group.
okay. My history with them started in 2016, the year that I retired. I went to the Wickham Park Cross Country Series as my first post-retirement race. And I found myself running back and forth with a guy who appeared to be about my age. I was 69 at the time. And he came up to talk to me. We went back and forth, and I think I beat him by a little bit. We went back and forth, and he came up and talked to me, pointed out that that we were in different age groups. He was 70, and I was 69.
Oh, okay.
So he might have been 71 at the time, and that was Lee Paquette.
Yes.
And Lee introduced himself, introduced his wife,
Dorothy. Yeah.
Dorothy, to me, and then he said, you know, there's a group of retirees who meet at the Church Street entrance to the rail trail 3 days a week, and just come on out. And so I think a couple of weeks later, I showed up on a weekday morning and met some of the gang, and you know, they took my particulars, and you know, they told me that the dues were 0.
Yes.
And it was, so I thought, well, that's a good club to be a part of, and I've been running with them ever since.
Yes.
And they are a huge part of my social life, and so between them and the Shenipsit Striders and the Western Connecticut Orienteering Club, that's it. I think that's it. You know,
Yeah.
my whole life. Maybe we've added a little disc golf in because I don't do as much running anymore.
Okay. All right. And disc golf, that's something that I spent my whole misspent youth was anytime I was hanging out at the wall, you know, smoking cigarettes or doing whatever I was doing, and worse than that, I had a Frisbee in my hand and was throwing it back and forth with my friends, you know, with freestyle stuff. So I'd always thought that disc golf has got to be in my future at some point. So perhaps maybe we can go out and you know, what do you call it? Do you say throw around, or what do you know?
Yeah, we just play around.
Play
and-
around. Okay, yeah, something like that. It's something that I've got to give that a shot.
Gotta hit some
at this
chains,
point.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the senior pass for Wickham Park. I'll take you, and you won't have to pay a parking fee.
Okay. How old do you have to be there?
Oh, I think they give them to 65 plus.
Okay, so I got 4 years and I'll be there, but maybe I'll get my wife to get me one.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's see. So the running Amigos, so they run at least 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, either at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And then it's an out and back on a rail trail, starting at Church Street in Vernon, on the Hop River Trail, same location as the Hop and Hodges 50K. So it's excellent training, and
the group has grown, considerably. I mean, at this point there are about 40 of us, and on a really good day we get, more than 25 on any individual weekday morning, and you run your own distance, run your own pace.
Yep.
And spend a lot of time running at a pace where you can talk.
You can talk. That's right. It's always, it's comfortable, but you can also run off the front, if you want to do that, or whatever suits you. And then there's always coffee afterwards too.
Coffee afterwards, right? A chance to solve all the problems of the world.
Yes.
And then, of course, before, what we talk about is our injuries and infirmities.
Yes.
And
so
we're all very sympathetic. And we also talk about all the great victories in our past.
Yes. That's always, I love talking, I love going on runs with the Amigos, and because we can talk about, we'll talk about New Haven, or talk about Hartford, or talk about Manchester, or or whatever, whatever's out there to be talked about.
Yeah, and we can listen to each other's stories of glory days gone by.
Yes.
And it turns out that there are some really, really good athletes, people who were state champions.
Yes.
Back in the day, in that club.
Yep.
And
who? What? So what? Let's name. If you could you name some names as far as like a state champion? I just want to make sure I'm
sure. Bob Kaplan was a really top runner in the metropolitan New York area.
Oh, okay.
That was really tough conference, and he was a real star back then. We have quite a few members who were regular marathoners.
Yes.
I wasn't one of those.
That's okay. You know what? It doesn't make you a bad person. So
I leave that distance to others. Half marathons as far as I got. And also in the club there are some couples. My wife has joined the group. Within the last year, and she was a marathoner, and it's great to be able to share that activity. She was kind enough to do my entire birthday run with me.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
Even though she's slightly injured, so.
All right.
But so I recommend it to anybody I talk to who's interested in, either walking or taking up the activity. But it tends to be a bunch of people who started running a long time ago.
Yeah. I had always thought it would be so interesting to just systematically interview everybody in that club, because I always have the nicest. I always hear the most amazing stories from people as I run there. So and I thank you for sharing yours today with us. So
it's great to be with you.
Yeah, and happy birthday to you.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. All right, and we are back. We could start out with our next guest. If you could tell us your name, please.
My name is Jake Gaeta.
There you go. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you.
So, Jake, you've been here since what time this morning?
6:30 we got here.
6:30, and what's it like, 11:30 or 12 at midnight now or something?
Yeah, I think it's at least 8.
Yeah, very good. So this is an 8-hour fat ass today?
8-hour fat ass, man. Yeah, 8 to 4.
What were you doing at 6:30 here?
Setting up speakers, microphones, putting stuff out, hanging up streamers and balloons, and
Put the needle on the record.
putting the party together, man.
There you go. And you do that well. So how long? So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where were you born?
So I was born and raised in Southern California, Orange County.
Okay.
Until I was about 19 years old in 1997. Then I moved up to Northern California for about 11 years up in Humboldt County.
Okay.
And then in 2008, I moved out to Connecticut.
Okay.
And I became a wicked New Englander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
A proud one. I'm proud to be a New Englander now.
Excellent. Excellent. So how did you find out about the Striders? Do you remember?
I started running. I quit drinking. That was the big first step. Gateway
Yeah.
drug to running. And I started running. I had a couple friends that were around. I used to party with them. And then they would wake up and go run. Like, man, these guys are animals.
Yeah.
And then so when I started doing things that were going to be better for myself, so going to the gym, I knew these guys were running. I jumped on a treadmill, you know. And then my friend, good buddy Rich, he talked me into doing my first 5K. And then so I did that, and I was immediately hooked on the road running, all that stuff. But then my friend Marcy, who also, she's like a Run 169er. She's been to a lot of the Strider events.
Yep.
She said, you got to go check out this group in your area called the Shenipsit Striders. I'm like, oh, okay. And then found them on Facebook, you know, and I came to my first run, which was right around here in 2017. And I was hooked on trail running and hooked on the Striders right from there.
Very good. Very good. So what were the early races you did?
So it basically went from, I think, I ran with the Striders for the first time, and I think Soapstone Assault was my first race with the Striders.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of a wake-up call was that?
It was gnarly. It was good,
yeah.
man. I was beat. But, I mean, the kind of beat that we like, I got done. I'm like, that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so from there, I signed up for the Nipmuc Marathon. And so that was my, first, I got to train for this thing. This is what's going to up my miles. And so later on in that year, I did the Nipmuc Marathon. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And then you got involved in the club more, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, they all became my friends. You know, as all of a sudden I was spending weekdays, weekends with these guys. You know, you spend 3-4 hours on the trail with these guys. They become your good friends. And I got more involved with the club, got on the board at some point, and, you know, volunteering at the races, running all the races. And it's just such a good group of people doing such awesome things that it was very magnetic.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service here.
Yeah, no
we
problem, man.
appreciate that.
Well, I'll say this. Emma was amazing. She held this club down for so many years and did such a good job that when she said that she was stepping down, I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, oh my God, this club cannot die. I knew it wouldn't die, but I didn't want it to lose steam or wind. And I know we got a lot of people that were willing to step up, but I'm like, well, I got to be part of that. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to get back on the board, and we're going to make sure we keep breathing life into this thing. 50 years is that's pretty incredible for a trail running club.
It really is.
Yeah. So we're going to keep it going. That's
yeah.
For all these, you see all these new people coming and going. You see all the old faces coming back. And
Yeah. It is great to see.
Yeah.
So
Meet a lot of great people, man.
Yeah. So what's your jam right now as far as running?
So running has been right now. I'm on the low, only a couple times a month.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the Nipmuc North race in March, and it really kicked my butt. And then work got crazy, and I just haven't been running as many miles. But I got out, did a couple loops today, and my goal is to just start getting back into that regular grind. I busted my foot up at Trap Rock, and it knocked me out for 5 months. This was
Hold it, during the race?
During the race, 1 mile in.
1 mile
1
in.
mile,
So you're just at the top of the hill.
Top of the hill, downhill, top of the hill, then you open up, start going down, relax a little bit, and then I rolled one foot, and I'm like, that's going to hurt. But it was fine, and I kept going. Immediately rolled the other one, and I heard it. Pop.
Yeah, because if you as we all know that when one foot goes bad, that you have to instantly use the other foot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And it twisted. So and I turned around. I walked back to the beginning, and I was done for 5 months after that. Separated the what is it called? Yeah, some sort of tendon that connected my little toe to my foot.
Oh.
Yeah. So that knocked me out for about 5 months.
You lost your toe.
Pretty much.
My God, yeah.
And so it was since then I never got back into full-time 30, 50-mile weeks running after work, totally motivated. It's just been up and down. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite race that you've done? If you had
That's
to,
tough. Dude,
like,
I
or
really
two or
like-
three maybe.
My jam, I love the relays, dude.
Really?
Yeah, the Ragnar, Vermont, it's a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ragnar roads are fun too. Being in the van with your friends
Yep.
and all that. We did actually, this is probably one of my best memories. We did a trail mixer Ragnar 2 years in a row. Reached the Beach Ultra with Michael Lopresti and Stefan Rodriguez and Jen and Jody and Dave and Wanda. And those races were just so memorable because you're just in the van with your friends for 24 or 32 hours or whatever, just running from the Whites all the way down to the beach.
Awesome.
Yeah, great experiences. The legs that you just don't want to do them. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning and raining outside. And you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get out here and do this thing.
Yeah. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah,
right?
and then you
Who's
get
gonna
out
carry the
and you
boats?
get
What?
going, and all you hear is the pitter patter of your feet. You see the blinking lights on the road up ahead of you, and it's so serene and peaceful and cool. And then you get done, and you're like, that was awesome. And you tell yourself, I want to be sad when this is over.
Yes. I'll be so sad when this is over. Oh my God. So you said work's been crazy. So what do you do?
So I'm in the muscle car restoration business, Fords specifically, Mustangs, Cougars, Torinos, and we do restoration, but we manufacture exhaust systems, and our exhaust
Really?
systems have just taken off wholesale. Yeah, we're doing. We just picked up the biggest distributor in the country, and they're just nailing us. And we're trying to hire people and all this
Wow.
stuff. Yeah, so it's
Wow.
crazy, and like I'm in charge of it all, so it all falls on my shoulders.
So these are strictly for muscle cars? Is that right?
Yeah,
or are
Ford.
These, oh, okay. Just for Fords.
Yeah, Mustang, Cougar, Fairlane, Torino, and some Bronco stuff.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you seen a resurgence in Broncos lately? Or?
Huge. They're the
Yeah.
most expensive car. Not the most expensive, but those were the cars that everybody didn't care about
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 years
yeah.
ago. Now you can't even afford them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Broncos are the big thing right
It's
now.
like a Schwinn Stingray, right?
Yeah, I
Like-
hope if you had some, I hope they're still sitting in your barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And Mustangs, of course, have been timeless. I mean, people have loved their Mustangs ever since,
They
right?
sold the first year. They sold over 1 million of them. So
Yeah.
that's why they spawned the muscle car revolution.
Yeah.
And so that's why there's so many of them still out there. I mean, 1965 they sold 1 million. So
Yeah.
then over 60 up until about 72 is when all cars kind of fell
well,
off.
They I think and you'll correct me here. I'm going to just spitball this. Sometime around then, they did the Mustang 2.
Yeah, I think it was 7.
Which was like
and
the
that was the
fucking
sign-
gremlin of the.
That's
the
the sign of the
gremlin.
times there, the Mustang 2.
Yes.
A lot of cars got really ugly. You had the gas crisis, then you had the government standards and efficiency standards.
Yeah.
Cars just really got bad in the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
mid-70s.
definitely did.
Yeah.
I had a. I'm trying to think of what year it was. I'm going to guess it was a 72 Mustang.
That's good.
I think it was a fastback.
Oh, yeah.
Is that yeah?
Yeah.
But this car was like one of my first cars. I think I owned it jointly with my brother.
Yeah.
Like when I was 17.
Yeah.
Or maybe 16 and a half even. And this fucking car would burn just as much oil as it did gas.
Yeah.
It would like leak oil
8
and
miles
just,
a gallon.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Do you remember what engine was in there? Or?
No, it wasn't fast.
Yeah.
This thing was not. It wasn't a fast car necessarily.
Yeah.
But I loved it. And I loved it that you turn on the high beams and the little horse lights up in the dashboard.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
You know?
Yeah, it's all the little things. Well, that's what set Mustangs apart, especially in the later, those 69, 70, 71. It set them apart from the other ones was like the luxury stuff they did on the inside. The little
Yeah.
details on the shifter and on your console and in the
Yeah.
dash and stuff like that.
It was a cool looking car.
Totally.
I have to say that.
Like Mopars and stuff, they were powerful, but there was like no comfort. There was nothing cool that they really did on the inside or anything
yeah.
like that.
Oh my gosh.
So if you would have held on to that car, even if it was a slow motor and beat up, it's worth a lot of money now.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're also into music, right?
Yes. Oh,
Tell
yeah.
me a little bit about. Tell us about that.
So
what's that all
I've been
about?
I've been into music my whole life. You know, MTV generation. Growing up listening, playing music, high school bands, traveling band out of California for a long time. And then just recently I started, during COVID, I said, you know what? I am going to get a digital audio workspace to a home studio to work on at home. I've done it in the past, and now I had this time. And I had a computer that can handle it. So I went ahead and I got the software, and I just started making my own music again. Yeah, and
Nice.
since then I put out 2 albums. I'm working on album number 3 right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's
Cool.
going good. I just played my first show.
Oh, okay.
First
Nice.
show in like
Where
2
was your
decades.
show?
It was in my friend's backyard, 4th of July party in Manchester. I took it
Okay.
out for a test run. I got a new PA system.
Yeah.
I said this will be cool for a test run. It's just my friends. It's a party. I can set up the gear, try the show out, and it went very well. So
Good.
Now I'm kind of just. I'm gonna wait till the fall. I'm gonna try to book some local gigs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, trying to get out. I'm never giving up. 47. I'm not giving up on the dream, man.
Gotcha.
It's
So
back.
this is a trick question or a softball. What genre is your music?
That's a great question. You tell me. I have no
That's
idea,
right.
man. I actually
Yes.
have a song called Genre Fluid because
Yes.
when you upload music to the internet, you have to choose a genre because they categorize everything. And,
Yes.
And
They want to
I
fit
don't
you
know
in.
what
The man's always trying to fit you in a box.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Right?
Well, it helps them to market it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is called. I can tell you my inspirations are all over the place.
Yeah.
But I would say it's like funky, jammy, kind of hip hoppy. Some of it's a little bit grimy, but very colorful. And I always keep it on the positive. I'm not rapping or rhyming or singing about stupid stuff.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah.
sure.
There's not a lot of hate in your
Oh God,
music.
no. It's
It's
either
all-
I'll do like a serious song with a message, and then I'll follow that by something completely just fun and meaningless, just because let's have fun and dance and party music. Yeah, and then I'll go
Gotcha.
back and do a serious song. Like I don't want to do a serious song. I think I'm done doing serious songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just making fun stuff. Actually, the one I'm working on right now is kind of serious.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, I certainly enjoy it. I give it
Right
a
on, man.
spin
Appreciate
here and
that.
there, and
Yeah, cool.
do enjoy it. So, all right. So, any other thoughts on the Striders' 50th birthday here? Or?
I love
Our
the Striders. I
observations?
have so much love for this club. Like I found the club when I was kind of coming out of a low point in my life. I was quitting booze, went through a broken engagement, all that stuff. Started running, and then when I found the Striders, that was like when things really just started really changing because it's such a good group of people.
Yeah.
And I totally recommend people to come out and run with us and check out the Striders.
Yeah.
Join in our events, make some new friends. Seriously,
Yes.
I like. Within like 3 months, I had like a whole new group of friends
Yes.
that you go and do cool adventures with that are very memorable.
Yeah.
Time on trail. We're doing the November Shenipsit end to end, running with Art. Doing whatever, doing
Yeah.
crazy stupid stuff with B Rock.
Yes.
he's one of my favorite people. I love Brian Rocker Priori. Running stupid things with Brian Rocker Priori is one of my all-time favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been running with him lately.
Right on.
A couple times twice in the last month. Which
Awesome.
is
Very cool.
Which is a lot more than it had been. So
Yeah.
I certainly enjoy
things ebb
that
and flow.
time. Yes,
Yeah.
they definitely do.
Yeah.
They definitely do. Well, thanks for your work here today.
No
And,
problem, man.
Thanks for taking some time to share with our audience today.
My pleasure,
as
man.
well. So,
Thanks,
okay,
Art.
take care.
Right
Yep,
on.
bye.
Thank you.
Hello. Good. Once again, in closing, I just want to say congratulations to the Shenipsit Striders for 50 years of wonderful grassroots trail running. To all of our listeners out there, thank you. And if you've made it this far, please seek professional help. And we will see you all in a mile and a half. All right.